Spencer, tell us about the gadgets and the gizmo you got.
Sure.
What is this piece of
What we have
machinery?
here is a digital microscope. So here, have we got that on screen?
James, can you pop that up on the screen? Okay, so that has a pen. Oh, you can use my pen. There we go.
No, you can just. That's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, so here we have a digital microscope. So that way I can show you all there the detail in this. So this is a Milgauss here, not a bad replica.
Oh, you need to say it's a replica.
It's a replica.
Get the real one out as well, Spencer.
Yeah, we'll do that. So if you have a look there, so this is the replica, slightly off colour. So here we go. So that's the replica, and I'm going to slide across.
If I take that off.
No.
You want to leave that?
Okay. Then we can go between two.
Okay, let's just... Spencer, when you see that little thing fly up on the screen, let's just take that off, because I don't know why that keeps coming up.
There we go. So there's the replica.
Mm-hmm.
And there I'm going to slide across the real one.
Oh, the green is much, much greener, isn't it? Yeah. That's your mouse map.
There we go. So there you can see the detail. What I always say with these watches, they're a lot of money. So you can see the detail there. Look at everything there, from the engraving to the font to the colour. So that's the real one.
So what would I be looking at on this watch that sort of makes it feel...
To be honest with you, they always seem to get the colours wrong. The font, I mean, that's the original, that's the real one there. See how sharp the font is?
Yeah.
See the writing on the Milgauss?
Yeah. I think I'm going to turn it round, because I think having it upside down, I think I'd like to... I'm just going to take the fake off for a second. Just slide that around, Spencer. Yeah, so people can actually see it as for what it is.
Right.
But yeah, so
there we go.
I mean, that watch...
Look at the crown. If you
Okay.
look at the crown there, the 3 dimensions on the crown, the engraved Reholt there where it says Rolex, as we move down...
I read an interesting fact today about Rolex, where the X and the R sit on the right-hand side and the left-hand side of the dial.
Right.
On the hour hands, the X should sit on the right-hand side and the R should sit on the left-hand side.
What, at the 12 o'clock?
No, on every hour. So if you look at the number 5, it should have the X in it on the right-hand side, and on the left has the R's.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, rights and lefts.
Yep. And
Did you learn something there, Janilda?
There we go. Look on the next one. You've got the X. So you mean everything? That's very interesting. I've never noticed.
Did you never notice that? Oh, hello. Just call me Teach.
Look, I'm the first to admit I don't know everything. I know
Yeah,
most
you've
things.
got a lot of time.
I know.
So all the R's are on the left and the X's are on the right. Yep.
We're too busy
So
selling watches.
that's the real one there. We can actually have a look inside.
Yeah, have a look. Let's see if this one opens up. Yeah, you can open that one up.
There we go. So if we have a look to the untrained eye, you've got Milgauss on there, Rolex. What you do find is it's on these sections that often look poor.
No, people can't. Oh, they can see the screen.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
If you look,
Or point it on there.
Yeah.
Okay. If you see here,
Yeah,
this is where they look quite coarse and rough.
right.
The back there doesn't look great,
Yeah.
but it's when you have a look inside. We've kept the back of this quite loose, so we can have a look.
Now, the watchmaker Andy did tell me. Oh, you just tipped
Yeah.
the whole thing up. It did have a double case.
Yeah.
Which.
This has come apart, but
Yeah.
there you can see it's pretty poor. I mean, that's just
Right.
absolutely shocking.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
come out of some sort of Hong Kong sweatshop.
That's absolute rubbish. Anyway, we'll get rid of that one for now.
Right. And there's something else actually I was looking at. I'll put that back together since I'm an expert at these
Sure.
watches now. Is that on the glass on the front of a Rolex it has the crown, doesn't it? In little dots.
It's very difficult to see.
But it is there, isn't it?
But
It is there. But with that, sometimes glasses can be replaced, a bit like you have the glass for a windscreen on a car replaced.
Right.
So it doesn't always have that. But it's quite hard to see at times. But yes, on a brand new piece. Actually, if we look here, so this is here, this Submariner.
I mean, that's been smashed to bits, that one. That's been thrown around the office, isn't it? You've had a laugh and a joke with it, I'm sure.
There we go.
Yeah.
But that has got what Gavin's talking about there. Can you see the etching?
There we go.
But it's quite poor, the etching.
Yeah. It's made up of little dots, isn't it, usually?
Yeah. And the quality here, you can see, is quite poor overall with the watch.
I mean, you can see on the bubble, can't you? Is it called a bubble?
Yeah.
With the date?
But if you see on these replicas, the bubble does not magnify like it should.
2.5 times.
Yeah, but it's agreed, but it's not. On
2.5 times.
You've obviously been reading up, yeah. You
all
swallowed
I've done all day.
Swallowed an encyclopedia. Today
All I've
on
done all day.
Rolexes.
2.5 times, Janilda.
Right.
And ask me about the colours. So sometimes they tint. They tint the
What,
bubble.
the date wheels? Oh, the bubbles.
Bubble.
Okay. What about the roulette date wheels?
What? What's a
Yes.
roulette date wheel?
Something that he doesn't know.
Come on, enlighten me.
Is black and red. You have it on certain older date just where it's alternate, black and red.
No green for 0 and
No.
00?
No, black and red.
Black and red.
Yeah.
Love that. Okay.
So there we go. There's Submariner again. This is quite poor quality. And inside the back there, you could see straight away. But what you got to remember is most people buying a watch wouldn't have access to a tool to open it. But that's absolutely shocking. That is what we call an absolute piece of rubbish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it does surprise me, Janilda. You literally get these in every week.
We do get them in quite often, and sometimes I guess when you're used to see watches every day, it's just for us. It's just easy to tell. Sometimes we don't even need to open the watch or anything. There's just something wrong on the dial.
Yeah.
The way Rolex is written, there's so many details that gives it away.
Spencer, you said something about the smell.
Yeah. They're cheap metal. You actually, not that it's something you
Not
want
that
to
you go
do,
sniffing the
but
watches, but
you can smell the metal on cheap fakes, that they smell like metal.
And is there any one of these that's better than others? This one looks quite decent.
This
actually,
one's not bad.
okay.
It's not
Let's have a
bad,
little look.
although the colour's wrong. The colour of the
Yeah.
dial.
Well, show us the. You've got an original over there, haven't you? You've got an original. You've got a real.
The
A real one.
crown, yes.
If we look at the crown on it, the crown's quite poor. Look at the engraving on the engraved reholt on the inside. Actually, interesting enough, if you pointed out, Gavin, the X is on the right-hand side on the markers.
Yeah.
So that isn't bad, but the quality is very poor.
Yeah.
It's just poor. The bezel looks poor, everything. If we move here onto the real watch, it's a whole different ball game.
Yeah.
Look at that.
And
Look
the
at-
writing
Look
is
at
so
the
different.
writing.
Yeah.
Look at the quality. Look at the print. Look there where it says Rolex.
I mean, you're paying for the craftsmanship, aren't you? And I guess
Absolutely.
on the fakes, you're paying
well,
for
well, I always say, if you
fake.
on these pieces, there's a lot of money. So you're looking for ultimate craftsmanship, quality. I mean, they're a lot of money, these pieces. They should be.
Yeah.
So there we have that. If we have a look here, this is one that's quite close. So this is the older date, just the 1623. So that there is your date just. Although this has a broken glass, it's not. Well, you can look at that, smashed to pieces. That's what should happen to a fake. But the dial on this isn't terrible,
Mm.
in all fairness, if it wasn't all broken. And then we have the original here of this.
It's amazing to see them side by side. Actually, I mean, when they're
Yeah.
side by side, you really can tell the difference.
Yeah.
Especially when you're looking under this sort of magnification, so
Yeah.
people can really understand what you're talking
It's a
about.
fantastic tool, isn't it?
Mm.
I guess you use it for all the
Well,
watches.
we
when they come in.
use this so that we can share and show people of what we're seeing, or if
Yeah.
there's some.
floor.
Absolutely, it's just
Yeah.
an easy way of doing it. I mean, look at the quality there. Look at the movement of the hand.
Yeah.
How smooth. And look at the crown there. See the detail. I mean, it really is a work of art.
Yeah. I think Greggy Boy made a comment. He's just deleted really quickly, but or retracted. But I think that it was along the lines of that watch people know watches, and everybody else will wear a fake. In fact, there was a comment a little bit earlier about the and it wasn't the APs. It was what's the really big
Richard Mille.
the Richard. Everybody, I mean, I see so many people walking around the street now because I look wearing a Richard Mille. Now, I don't live in a great part of town or anything, but obviously they must all be fake. I mean, they must be because they're too much money.
Or they've made their money in bitcoins.
Yeah, but I mean, it just seems to be too many people walking around with these
100
ginormous
quarter of a
watches,
million
of which
pounds.
there's only 35 in the world. You know, the Rafa
Yeah, it
Nadal
doesn't sound right.
RM35s. Not everybody can obviously have one.
Watch Co.